3 months into its wider war on Ukraine, Russia is running out of tanks. Well, working tanks. In fact, the Kremlin keeps thousands of old armored vehicles in long-term storage. But many of them no longer are usable. The lack of armor reserves, combined with problems producing new tanks, could begin to weigh on the Russian war effort. As Ukrainian gunners and missileers continue knocking out enemy tanks by the hundreds, Russian units increasingly will roll into battle with whatever old and obsolete tanks still are in working order. And that could accelerate the rate of loss as the Ukrainians expend less effort, and fewer missiles and artillery rounds, knocking out more and more geriatric tanks. The result, in time, could be a death spiral in the Russian Armor Corps. The question is how quickly that might happen. Can the Ukrainians destroy the Russian tank force fast enough to prevent the Russians from expanding the territory they control in eastern Ukraine's Donbas region, and digging in? The General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces a few days ago noted the first sign of collapse in the Russian Armor Corps. As a result of losses during hostilities, the Russian enemy was forced to withdraw from storage T-62 tanks to recruit reserve battalion tactical groups that are being formed to be sent to Ukraine, the staff noted. The T-62 is an obsolete tank. The 41-ton tank with its 115mm main gun and steel armor was in production in the Soviet Union from 1961 to 1975. It was the USSR's most important tank until the T-72 entered service in 1969. The Soviet Army in the 1980s began shifting the T-62 to second-line units. The Russian Army fully retired the type in the 2010s, by which time the T-62, a contemporary of the U.S. Army's M60, was hopelessly outmatched by modern Western tanks. Thousands of T-62s went into storage, many of them simply lying in rows in sprawling outdoor vehicle parks, where there is no protection from rain and snow. Had Russian President Vladimir Putin chosen not to widen his war in Ukraine, those tanks might have simply rusted away. But Putin did widen the war.